The term narcissist magnet, it gets thrown around quite a lot, and a lot of people identify as being one. Like the people who come into their life, who are attracted to them, and also the people who they are attracted to, tend to be people high in narcissistic traits or other very toxic traits. But what is this attraction? Where does this come from? Why do narcissists target you if you are one of these magnets, and why are you attracted to them at the same time? Narcissists, they naturally gravitate towards people who have in abundance that which they're lacking. And the key thing is empathy. And it's not just having empathy towards other people, but also having empathy towards yourself. Because if you're the kind of person where you're in sync with yourself, you kind of feel like you know your own inner being. There's this part of you that is just, more intelligent than your conscious awareness, and you feel like you can kind of connect to that, and you feel good about it. Like you feel good in your skin, or you have the ability to feel good in your skin. That's something that narcissists they don't have, and they try to make up for that by having other people validate them. They validate other people because they lack this inner connection. Because it's because they run from feelings of shame. They can't really process certain events, certain things. So basically, they've got such deep-rooted issues that they swept under the rug and they haven't really dealt with it. But at the same time, that means they can't really connect with their own self in a healthy way. And for that reason, or at least that's one reason why they can't really display empathy towards other people, because they can't really display it towards themselves, and they don't really feel that good connection with themselves. They don't feel good in their own skin. So at the same time, they cannot project that good feeling outwards if they don't have it for themselves. But when they look at you, somebody who's empathic, you, somebody who actually does care, like you care about yourself, you care about other people, they get drawn to that. And what draws you to people like narcissists very often is because you see somebody who maybe can make use of your traits. It's almost like you're two different pieces of the same puzzle, because while they don't really know how to massage their themselves into a good feeling place, you're able to do that just by making them the object of your attention. And then at the same time, they validate you by love bombing you, by doing things more outward, more superficial, and then your presence makes them feel good. And I mean, there's if you look at it from the victim side, the person who's high in empathy, they likely would have had caregivers growing up who display toxic traits towards them, being a kid, being a child, being a baby, where the child likely wouldn't have gotten their needs met. And so you have this way about you where you tend to ignore red flags because growing up, you had no choice but to ignore them. And at the same time, you might have this people fixing tendency about you. And when the narcissist notices somebody who's high in empathy and has people fixing tendencies, the narcissist then targets that person and lavishly love bombs them at the beginning, lavishly just pours attention and adoration, adulation over that person to get the person into this chemical whirlwind, this euphoric high where the person all of a sudden feels uplifted by all the narcissist moves and gestures. And then, the person, feeling good about it, they do notice some red flags, but at the same time they're feeling good. And also they feel that the narcissist really kind of needs them. The narcissist really kind of wants to connect with them. And it's all true, the narcissist does. It's just not for healthy reasons. It's for unhealthy. It's for very selfish reasons. But there is a connection there growing. And it's really hard when you have somebody who's high in empathy, who has people fixing tendencies, who is just enjoying the love bombing and enjoying all these fake gestures of compassion and caring. and then, you naturally ignore red flags. It's like, it really is just a toxic cocktail, but it tends to work out at the beginning, and you come together, you create this connection with them. And but that's as far as it goes in terms of being good, because once you develop that connection, once the narcissist has you serving them because their lavish love bombing drew you in, they very soon start to resent you. They start to resent your qualities. They start to resent the fact that you can just walk around and feel good about yourself, whereas they can never feel good about themselves. They resent the fact that you can actually be happy, that you can actually celebrate your achievements and celebrate their achievements, and you can actually mean it. You can actually feel good about it, and it's sincere, whereas they can't really feel that. If they like to celebrate something, they either want to stroke their ego or prove a point to other people in the world how good they are, how special they are. But they don't really feel good about themselves in a healthy way. It's either in an overcompensating way, which is stroking their ego, or they're trying to prove a point to other people about how much better they are. But neither of those is really just feeling good about yourself, not needing to prove anything, and having a genuine good feeling. That's not some form of overcompensation for the areas about yourself which you're trying to subdue and hide from yourself even. So it really is this dynamic, and it plays out again and again with relationships between narcissists and people who are high in empathy, which is the narcissist enjoys those traits, enjoys those qualities in you, and the fact that they can reel you in and associate you with that for a while makes them feel great, because they kind of feel like they have your qualities by extension. But very soon they realize they can't really own it the way you do, because they are your qualities, and the narcissist cannot actually live under your skin. And then they start feeling very competitive. They feel like you've one upped them, you're better than them, they're missing out, they're lacking. And then that's where they start to devalue you heavily, and they try to do and say things to make you feel so bad about yourself that you'll never actually feel chirpy, uplifted. You'll never demonstrate those feelings again around them. Not very much anyway, because they're keeping you chronically in a dark place. So there you go. The things that the narcissist most likes about you, at the beginning anyway, are also the things that they will most resent about you, and will be the cause of their intense, long, sustained devaluation of you. And then from there it depends how long you're going to stick around for, because you don't want to stick around too long. It never ends well. Thanks for watching.